Meanwhile, the U.S. keen to seal the deal on peace in Ukraine. Special envoy Steve Witkoff is in Moscow, where he's holding talks with the Russian president. Mr. Witkoff has already had 3 meetings with Vladimir Putin. Russia's foreign minister says he sees signs that parties are, quote, moving in the right direction towards an agreement. He added that Moscow was ready to, quote, reach a deal on Ukraine, but stressed some details still need fine-tuning. Yesterday, U.S. President Donald Trump issued a rare rebuke to his Russian counterpart. He told Mr. Putin to stop the strikes after an attack on the Ukrainian capital, Kyiv, killed at least 12 people. The U.S. leader insisting he is putting pressure on both Moscow and Kyiv, and has warned that Washington would abandon peace talks if no progress is made. And more, Dasha Chernyshova joins us live from Moscow. Dasha, Mr. Witkoff has already had 3 meetings with Mr. Putin. Will this meeting yield any concrete results that we have not already seen?
Well, this meeting is underway, and the Russian president is joined by his foreign policy aide Yuri Ushakov, as well as the head of Russia's direct investment fund, Kirill Dmitriev. We know also that there have been another meeting between Steve Witkoff and Kirill Dmitriev ahead of the meeting at the Kremlin. So undoubtedly, all eyes are now on what those discussions will be yielding. That's another talk between the 2 leaders that is happening also after the Russian strikes against the Ukrainian territory, which Moscow says was targeting only the military targets, but Ukraine insists otherwise. And obviously there have been the flurry of comments coming from the American side, with US President Donald Trump saying that those strikes were unnecessary. He urged the Russian president to stop in one of his posts on the social media. So undoubtedly this meeting is expected to yield the result in terms of bridging the position of the different sides when it comes to the settlement of this Ukrainian conflict. There have been many nuances that Moscow insists should be worked out, but most importantly, we understand there are also differences in the position of the Western Bloc, the United States and the European countries.
All right, Dasha, let's take a closer look at those, what you mentioned, the nuances that still need to be worked out. Russia's foreign minister saying he is positive on a deal being reached, but as you mentioned, details still need fine-tuning. What details are these that could stand in the way of any agreement on peace for Ukraine?
Well, as we got the information from Reuters, they have released the draft documents that could probably serve as the basis for the settlement of this conflict. We understand there are positions that will be contested by the Russian side. So we understand from this document that the US will be calling for the security guarantees for the Ukrainian side to be provided by the European countries, but also they are calling for the control over the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant to be transferred from Russia. And that is something that Moscow will not be happy with. At the same time, we understand there are positive issues that are related primarily to the very idea that Ukraine will not become the part of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and Moscow has repeatedly said that was one of the root causes of this conflict. Sergei Lavrov, Russian foreign minister, being quite upbeat about the possibility of this deal, and also saying that although there are nuances, it does seem that US President Donald Trump is one of the few leaders internationally who understands that those root causes have to be addressed.
Thanks for that. Dasha Chernyshova there reporting live from Moscow. Steve Witkoff is in Moscow meeting Russia's president.